So we are still working with lists. So lists are a versatile Python data type used to store a sequence of values. The values themselves can be numbers or strings. We're going to run the following code: w equals apple, banana, cantaloupe, durian, and we're going to continue. The last one in our list is elderberry. And then we're going to print W. And now we can see everything here. So this prints the contents of the list. And lists can be manipulated using indexing and slicing techniques, very much like strings. We're going to run the following code that we're going to print W, and it's 0. It will be apple. And print W -1, not 2, it will be W. And then we have a -1, it will be elderberry. So, slicing method using two index numbers can also be applied to this list. So if we do print and W, and we have 2 to -1, and we will have a cantaloupe. So this is 0, 1, 2, 2, and then we have a -1, and before the previous one. So the reference 2 to -1 returns the element from index number 2 up to not including -1. So, and therefore the result is cantaloupe and durian. Notice the difference here between indexing and slicing. Indexing returns the value of the element, and slicing returns a new list. This is a subtle but important difference. Okay, and then we're going to use function now. So a function is like a little program you can use to perform a specific action. Although you can create your own function, Python has functions already built in, referred to as standard function. We're going to run the code, and it will be d equals poll, and we have 2 to 3, and then we're going to print d, and then we have 8. So here, so instead of using the exponential operator, we can use a power function called poll. And using a function this way is referred to as calling the function. We can apply the function with parameters or arguments, in this case 2 and 3, and it returns a value. So numerous standard functions are available in Python. We will view the complete by listing the so it will be direct and then underscore built-ins underscore, and I'm going to call built-ins direct I need to do print. Print direct built-ins print direct print DRI parenthesis built-ins. I have a 2 underscore. It's 2. There. So this is really tricky. That there are two underscores on either side of the word built-ins, not just one. So that's why I got an error message. Now we run. It may not be immediately intuitive as to what many of these functions are used for, although some are straightforward. For example, ABS returns the absolute value of the numeric value. So for example, I have E equals absolute values -12.729, and then I'm going to print E there. So that I got a positive number. So since it may not be immediately clear how many of these functions work and what the parameters are, it should be helpful to take a look at the help function next. So first, we're going to clean up the Python window, clear all, and then we make sure the help and syntax panel is visible, and by dragging the divider in place. And then I wanted to move it to the right hand side, to the right, and just do side by side. We're going to type the function and then type the function type and then don't press enter. I already did, and notice that the syntax appear in the adjacent panel. So there, right here, we can put object or name, basis, or the other thing. So we can find similar descriptions in the Python manuals, but having it right where you are coding in the Python window is convenient. So notice that a section of the syntax is highlighted. If specifies the parameters of the function, when you call the function, you need to supply these parameters for the function to work. Although some parameters are optional, we can try this function. So we're going to type 1, 2, 3, and then the result is print integer. So that is the input value is an integer. We're going to run the code, type, and we have 1.234, and it's a float. It will just type float back for you. So the result type float, that is the input value is a float or floating point. And then we do strings type and GIS. There, it's strings. What if I do type GIS? It gives me an error because that the value here is a string. Multiple parameters are separated by commas. Optional parameters are shown between square brackets. For example, we take a look at the function range. Alright, so we have a range window and then angle brackets. We have start, and then we're going to stop. Stop first and then step. So now what we did was in the Python window, we typed the function range and notice that the syntax help appears in the adjacent panel. That notice the syntax range start, stop, something, something is there. The function range 3 parameters. So start, stop, and step. So, it's an error because I do not have anything. So we're just typing. Basically, it's just right here. We can just do range 10, 21, and then 2, and then the result will be 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So the result is this, and then the function returns a list of integers from 10 to 20, and then to an increment of 2. However, the only required parameter is the endpoint. Stop. So let's do another one. So I want range, I want 10, and stop at 100, and stop is 10. So I will have a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and then 90. And it won't run over until 100. So let's do from 1 range, from 1 to 99, and each one is 9 there. So we will have 1, and then we have 10, 19, 28, 37, 46, 55, 40, 64, 73, 82, and 91. All right. So, and if we do range 5, let's see what happened to range 5. And we have a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The result is this. The function returns a list of integers using the default value 0 for the start parameter and 1 for the increment step parameter. So if we do 10 for sure, we do range 10, we would have 0 until 9. And if we do range, 2, then we will have a 0 and 1. If we do range 5, I would say from 4 to 3 to maybe 30, and each one is 3. Oh, no. Range 3, and then to 30, and then each one is 3 there. So, all right. And we're going to use the method. Methods are similar to function. A method is a function that is closely coupled with an object, for example, a number, a string, or a list. In general, a method is called as follows: object dot method, and then we have our arguments. So now we're calling a method looks just like calling a function. But now the object is placed before the method with a dot, separating them. Next, take a look at a simple example. We're going to run following code. So I'm going to clear everything, clear all, and I'm going to do is topic equals geographic information systems. And then I go to topic.count, and I have the I. So I have a 2. Letter I, we do have 2. So the code returns the value of 2 because that is how often, how many I's that occurs in letter I occurs in the input stream. A number of different methods are available for streams. Notice that when we start calling methods by typing a dot after the variable, a list of methods is provided for you to choose from. The syntax help is also context sensitive. So next, we're going to try it by using the split method. So we're going to run the following. So we will do topic, and then dot split, and then we will split. No. Topic. I can just call this sentence, and then there. Split. I forgot SP, split. And then hit enter again. topic split.